Hello, thank you for joining. This is Quarantunes for Percussion. I'm Mr. Spur. Quarantunes, Quarantunes, we're stuck inside with Quarantunes. For today's lesson, we're going to begin with continuing sight reading syncopated eighth notes. Next, we'll continue reading eighth note, 2/16th note rhythms, and then we'll end today by looking at the double paradiddle. So this is the rhythm we're working with today. We're going to count it cold first. Next, we'll figure out how to count it. Then we'll count it one more time. And then finally, we'll count it while playing it with our sticks. So here we are. We're going to count it cold with the metronome. The metronome is set to 70 right now. If you want to change it to a different metronome marking, all you do is you Google metronome, and then you just change the meter to how fast or slow you need it. Here we are. And 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 4, 1 and 3 and. Take a moment to pause the video, write down the rhythm, and then I'll put those there. We're going to figure out how to count this. So before we even figure out where beat 1 is and all that stuff, I actually want you to identify the eighth note, quarter, eighth note rhythm first. I chose this specific rhythm because it actually solidifies it to where you can focus on it in one measure while having two solid beats, okay, to help you refresh your mind. So, in measure 1, I put it at the beginning. You can even bracket it like this. Okay, measure 2, I put it at the end. Measure 3, I actually put it in the middle of the measure. And then measure 4, I put 2 in. So here's the first one, and then here's the second one. Okay, so these are 4 different instances that you can see this rhythm pop up. All right, so let's take a look at measure 1. So starting right off the bat, it's going to show us exactly how we should count this. Okay. First note of the measures on beat 1. Well, actually, before we even do that, now that we've identified the groupings, let's remember. We could identify the building blocks underneath it. So here's the skeleton, if you will. So we have an eighth note. Then the quarter note serves as 2 eighth notes. And then the next eighth note serves as 1. So this phrase is 4 eighth notes long. So we got to figure out where the counting applies. And you can actually take the time to write in the skeleton for all the other figures. There we go. So now that we've identified the skeletal pattern, we're going to now figure out how to count it. So the beginning of it, this is going to be on 1. So I'm going to erase this and put a 1 right there. On yours, you can just write it underneath if you need to. That's fine. Following the eighth note is a quarter note. Okay? But that leads us to the next eighth note. So that's going to be on the end of 1. Okay. And this quarter note's 2 eighth notes long, so that's going to take up the 2, meaning this last eighth note right here is going to be the end of 2. So, no matter where this phrase falls in the measure, it's always going to be downbeat, upbeat, upbeat. Well, actually, I should probably say it like this. Downbeat, upbeat, upbeat. Okay? Moving on, we have 2 more quarter notes, so that's on beat 3 and 4. And remember, this phrase right here takes up 2 beats. Okay? Next measure, we have 2 quarter notes. That's on beats 1 and 2. Then we have the phrase again. This is 3, and like we found over there, it's going to be upbeat, upbeat. Let's move to measure 3. The quarter note's on beat 1. We're encountering the phrase again. So this starts on beat 2, so downbeat, upbeat. Quarter note takes a 2 eighth notes, so we'll erase that. And then another eighth note, that's an upbeat. And then finally, the last quarter note falls on beat 4. And then the last measure, we have 2 of the phrases. So, downbeat, upbeat. Quarter note takes up 2 eighth notes, so we're not going to write anything there. And then upbeat, because this takes up 2 beats, this phrase begins on beat 3. Downbeat, upbeat. Quarter note takes up 2 eighth notes. We don't write anything there. And then another upbeat. Let's try counting this. With the met. 1, 2, ready, and count. 1 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 4. 1 and 3 and. Now with your sticks, we're going to play and count. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready, play. 1 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 4. 1 and 3 and. Excellent. Let's now move on to that 16th note rhythm. Here's the 16th note rhythm that we're going to be reading. First we'll count it cold. Next we'll figure out how to count it. Then we'll count it one more time. And finally we'll play it and count. With the met. 1, 2, ready, and count. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so take a moment to pause the video, write down the rhythm, and then together we're going to figure out how to count it. So this is the phrase that we're going to be focusing on. This 8th to 16th note phrase. Remember, 16th notes always have 1, E, and A in it. But because this has an 8th note followed by 2 16ths, the 8th note consists of 2 eighths or 16ths. Therefore, this E right here, we don't need to write down because it takes up 2 16ths. And then we write the and A for the rest of the 16ths. So whenever you see that, it's always going to be 1 and A. Here we are. The quarter note falls on beat 2. We have this pattern again, so that will be 3 and A, no E. Quarter note falls on beat 4. Next measure. The 2 eighth notes, 1 and. There's the phrase. It's on 2, 2 and A. The E is blank. 3 and for the 8th notes, and then the quarter notes on beat 4. Next measure. Quarter notes on 1. Beat 2, we have the phrase again. That's on 2 and A. No E right there. Beat 3 has a quarter note. And then beat 4, it's the phrase. 4, move this away. 4 and A. And then, for the last measure, we have quarter note, the phrase, and the quarter note. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's try counting it again. 1, 2, ready, and go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, sticks in hand. we're going to play this. 1, 2, ready, and play. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4. Let's move on to looking at the double paradiddle. Today's focus is the double paradiddle. So, as you notice, the double paradiddle has 6 notes per phrase. We have 6 eighth notes. They're all tied together, and it's just a paradiddle with 2 extra singles. So instead of right, left, right, left, left, we're going to have an extra set of singles right in front of those. So right, left, right, and then left, right, left, left. Let's try it. I have the metronome set for quarter note equals 70. You want to have 2 strokes per click. Let's try it together. Ready, set, go. Right, left, right, left, left, left. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Double paradiddle, double paradiddle. Right, left, left. Stop. So something you can do is just break it up individually. Focus on the right hand lead. Try it right now. Right, left, right. Again, go. Right, left, right. Again, go. Right, left, right. Again, go. Right, left, right. And then you can do the same thing with the left hand. Ready? Try it. Left, right. Again, go. Left, right. Go. Left, right. Once more. Left, right. And when you play these exercises, make sure you feel every single stroke. You're not doing the bounce thing. I want you to feel each stroke in your hand. Okay? Let's try playing it one more time. Whole thing through, cycling it. 2, 3, ready, set, play. Right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, left. Double paradiddle, double paradiddle. Double paradiddle, double paradiddle. Notice how I'm saying the actual rudiment or the sticking as I'm playing. The more you say it, the more likely you're going to be able to play it. And make sure your speech is clear when you're saying it as well. You're not being lazy, because the way you say it affects the way you play it. That's all I have planned for today. If you have any questions, feel free to email or contact me through the contact page. Have a wonderful day and stay safe out there.